Howdy folks, it's me, Manic Mark. Two shirts, I'm wearing two shirts. Anyway, what am I doing? Okay. First of all, I went out and I bought these beers. Shadows Wild Black, Premium Blackberry Lager. This wild cherry pop thing they have over there. That's anyway, that's where we get. Okay, so then I was there, I decided to get something different. Okay, here we go. Who would have thought with a name like Premium Blackberry Lager that it would... Anyway, go on. It's going to be an incredibly complicated video because there's so many things to do today as I catch up here in the bunker system. I've got Mark's Time Machine. It's a new feature of things that I remember back when I was... It's not like I'm 80 or 90. But I'm starting now, and I'll do it again later, like 20 years from now, if I should live so long. The things that I remember that when I was younger, things that I might miss, things that are just different now, and it doesn't matter, there's no right, there's no wrong. Anyway, and the other thing, the list is the 10 things I would offer doomsday preppers to gain access to their bunker system. Now, I've been watching doomsday preppers on TV. One or two, three of the shows, and they're one of the questions they answer. All of them are apparently asked, and the answer is, what happens when, like, your friends come over or people, the neighbors, and it's like, well, they have to offer something of value to get into the bunker system. Well, I have my own bunker system, so what would you offer me to get into my bunker system where you would be safe and well taken care of? Well, if I was going out and trying to get into a bunker system, I have a list of things that I made up that I could offer that would help gain me access to the safety of your bunker system, so that you can take care of me, Manic Mark. Okay, and records. I've got records today, a nice stack of records, and I've got film of what I've been doing. Okay. And I'll just start narrating that. Anyway, here's some film of what I've been doing. Howdy, it's me, Manic Mark, coming to you from inside the deal here that we're working on today. And I just thought I'd show you what's happening here. Here's our work area. Right here, this is our work area. This is where we work. And we make smaller pieces of wood out of big pieces. There's our stack of wood. It was bigger. But here's the thing we've been making right here. There's Steve. He's the master carpenter. Yeah, we did this. We put this on the ground and we made this thing here. And what this thing here is for is so people can climb up here using stairs coming up. And they get up here and they can look out over the giant train set that's so popular here in the Cincinnati area over the holidays. So we made this thing, you climb up there and you go down there. There's Steve. Did I say he's the master carpenter? There he is. Okay. We'll keep his identity pretty much secret, just in case he's on the lam from the law or in the witness protection program. That's it. Okay, that's pretty exciting. Okay, and here's some more film of what I've been doing. Look, there's a disco ball right there. The disco ball.
That? Yeah.
That disco ball for Holiday Junction.
Yeah.
And Disco Santa.
Yeah. Where's he?
Yeah, he's going to be here. I'm saying the people are going to be here at Holiday Junction.
Disco Santa.
Disco Santa and his little Disco Santa Queen. And here's an extra piece of film of the things I've been doing. Because she's called her little nipples stand out.
Yeah. Yeah. There was a little snow, the elves hang snowflakes from her.
The elves look up her dress. We got to talk to them about that. That's just not appropriate for this sort of display. No, I don't think so. Yeah. And this is Jack. Jack, he's 85 years old.
Oh, how's the windows turn out? Okay.
This is them.
I mean, were they?
The angles a bit. The angles. See how to make these windowsills with a U on each
Was the
side.
print out on it?
Please?
Was the print right? And the
No.
windows?
I made my own.
I asked Steve the other day, how many hours, how many days you think you want to work?
As many as you want. Do you want to work 3 or 4 days a week?
Yeah, these.
Okay.
And he's a Korean War veteran, and he's also practically a neighbor of mine. I drive by his house every day, and Jack and his wife own a black and tan pug. Jack's a great guy, and during the war in Korea, he was a German tank driver, and he had a tank shot out from under him. I mean, literally turned over while he was in it. It was in a tank trap, and they shot it, and it went. And he lost one of I think the tank commander, and he said he ran away, and he never realized how fast he could run through a rice paddy. Anyway, he's amazing. He's 85 years old, and he's just a spry, amazing person that it's not going to happen to me. I'm telling you that right now. I ain't going to make it to 85 and be like Jack. Unless I can find a tank and somebody to shoot at me when I'm driving it, so that I have, some better stories to tell. Anyway, let's start with So anyway, I'm taking this wood back.
That way?
I'm taking it that way.
Oh, that way?
I'm gonna cut it.
Yeah.
That wood. I'm gonna cut it into smaller pieces of wood, and then I'm gonna nail it.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Okay, this is the part of the video where I talk. The new feature, Mark's Time Machine. It's the feature when I discuss the things that I remember growing up that I miss. Somehow I miss it. It's just there's things that I miss. Okay. Anyway, never mind. Just go into it. Okay, a sparkling space-age motels and inns. Here's a photograph. Space-age motel and inn, right there. Stofers. That's fabulous. I miss that. I would love to go back in time and visit one of those motels and inns. And along with that, there were no bed bugs. I missed the time when there were no bed bugs. You could go to a hotel probably almost anywhere in the United States except for the most wretched of motel, perhaps. There were roaches, okay, but not bed bugs. Roaches, you can almost tolerate that. Anyway, which leads me to the next thing on the list, which is where all the insecticides that really worked. We used to be able to kill shit, and we can't anymore because the government won't let us use stuff that will kill shit. And it really bothers me. Anyway, I miss really, really big cars that ran on real gas. Okay, like gas that you could fill your car up. You could put the car in storage for 10 years, and then you could start it up the next day. You'd have to put a fresh battery in it, but you would start up and it would run. Because why? The gas was real. It wasn't going to decay in 30 days and go away. I miss passenger trains with observation cars. That's not very exciting. Go on to the next one. Walking through an airport. I miss walking through an airport without having some person in a uniform fondle my balls. I refused even to go into an airport to pick someone up. I'm going to wait outside for whoever will come, and I'm not ever going to take a plane again. Because I'm not going to have my balls fondled. And when I grew up, you could carry a knife or a gun on a plane, and everybody was cool with it. It's just, times have changed. The moon landing. Okay, we all know we landed on the moon a long time ago, and why haven't we gone to Mars? Not just with the robots. That's cool, but why haven't we set a human to, throw some empty Pepsi cans on the moon, some candy wrappers, a cigarette butt or something? Getting a toy machine gun for Christmas. Toy guns. As a kid, we used to get toy guns for Christmas. They weren't painted orange. And you could run around the neighborhood with the gun without the fear that someone was going to call Homeland Security on you. You know what I'm saying? The doctor. I missed the day when the doctor could come to the house, which this happened. Make a house call for 25 bucks. The day that the doctor could do that because they weren't strapped with insurance companies, bureaucracy, government bureaucracy. Malpractice suits, that kind of thing. They didn't have all that damn overhead, and they could actually practice medicine. I miss the days when most of us feared nuclear holocaust, and we despise communism. Almost all of us despise communism. Probably not. More of us despise communists. All we had to worry about was being blown up by atomic weapons. Driving through the city. I miss the time when you could drive through a city, a major city, and not see every other person on the street or in a car. It was working for the government. Now when you drive through, I swear to God, everywhere you look, it's somebody on the government dole, working for the government. I also miss the days when, if you couldn't handle life, the doctor who came to your house for $25 just gave you a bottle of tranquilizers. They didn't know what the hell was wrong with you. They didn't care. They just gave you tranquilizers and you were happy, okay? Many people who took tranquilizers didn't get hooked on them, even though they may have taken 3 or 4 or 5 bottles and had a good time. They fixed their problems with tranquilizers. Oh, I also miss the days when it was super hard to find porn, okay? As a kid, you had to work really, really hard to find any kind of porn. And when you found porn, you usually didn't show everything, okay? But because you had to work so hard to find it, it meant more to you. Now, these days, kids, they get on the internet, they can find the most disgusting kinds of porn without even trying. It doesn't instill a work ethic in a teenager if they don't have to work for the things that mean something to them. And last, I miss the days when a teacher could grab the bad kid in the class, and we all knew who they were. It wasn't a secret. So they came from a bad home. I don't give a shit. They could grab the kid and pull them out of their desk and throw them across the room and not be fired. 90% of the kids in the class cheered for the teacher. They didn't get fired over it. They weren't on the national news because they brutalized the bad kid. You know what I'm saying? Being fired, their name drugged through the mud. I'm not sure I'm liking this. Shadow's wild black. I guess I should not expect anything different from a darker beer with berries in it. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna say, what did you expect, Manic Mark? It's a dark beer with blackberries in it. Now, let's go on to a record. The incredible bongo band, Bongo Rock, 1973. It's a foil cover. I don't know anything about it. The Pogo Sago Singers? I have no idea who these are. It looks like a country album, but it's on Power Pack, you know? Power Pack put out a lot of really budget stuff, mostly kids' records, but apparently more than just kid records. Anyway, there's a cover of Ruby Tuesday on here. Don't know. Double Impact, I may or may not have this one. Buddy Morrow, arranged by Ray Martin. There's a tune on it, Men Into Space, that could be cool. Maynard Ferguson, Primal Scream. I don't have any Maynard Ferguson albums, but I do now. Artie Shaw, In the Blue Room, in the Cafe Rouge. Sometimes you just got to buy what's there that's interesting, and this was put out, RCA Victor, the date should be on here somewhere. This is a 1961 release. It's a double record set. RCA, very clean. Another big band deal. Moonglow, 1956 release. There's some great titles on this, including Nightmare, and Indian Love Call, Dancing in the Dark, Benny Goodman Trio, Quartet, Quintet, that they can count at RCA. This is also 1956, the mid-50s, would be nice. Billy Maxted album, Tell It to the World, Rodney Van Hoos. The notes on the back say that Rodney had planned on an entertainment career as a soul singer. He made a drastic about-face in regards to his goal with a commitment to Christ. So he gave up his soul career, Rodney Van Hoos, for a career as a gospel singer. Okay, and Countdown. Look at that fabulous stock cover of the Missile. Yes, I'll soon be gone, but it's by the Tabernacle Singers. It's a youth, sort of a youth gospel group. I don't know. Anyway, Jack Malmstein and his Mod Machine. It's Jack Malmstein, his Mod Machine. That looks like fun. Okay. There's no singing on this record. It's a sermon, but I was intrigued by the cover. The Holy Ghost is a mind blower. Evangelist E. Cleveland Reams. Is that her? I don't know. And last but not least, I finally found a fabulous copy of the Andromeda Strain. Right there, the Andromeda Strain. This isn't the fancy, it's a foil cover, but Cap released this record with a die cut, a hexagonal die cut with all these flaps that opened up. It's like hugely rare, very expensive. They're all expensive, but this more budget release is fabulous too. Okay, let's go on to 10 things I would offer doomsday preppers to gain access to their bunker system. Number 1, I would help impregnate fertile non-mutant young women, just to help, get through the portion of that apocalyptic time when most people are sterile. Wait, Manic Mark, you were fixed a long time ago. I don't have to tell them that. Number 2, I would bring Hoover with me because pugs make sad people happy. And there'll be a lot of sad people in the bunker system just after the apocalypse, and Hoover will cheer them up, I'm sure. Number 3, I would bring a trash bag full of black leather bondage gear to the bunker so that we can dress up like Mad Max. Won't that be fabulous? Number 4, I will bring a video camera to take pictures of us dressed up in the bondage stuff. Why not? Maybe YouTube will make a comeback and we'll have something that will make us a lot of money. Anyway, the advertisements that come up for bondage gear now and then. Click on it and, it's 5 or 10 cents each time you click on a bondage ad. Never mind. Number 5, I would write and sing ballads of the glory of civilization past and our new hope for peace and love in the future. And a song about the person we killed and ate the night before. What an e-slapper. Number 6, I would offer to kill any ape that utters a word of English. Now, you've seen the movie. If you see an ape or a chimp or a rhesus monkey, quoting verse from the Bible just after the apocalypse, just hit him in the head with something, Number 7, I would bring unopened bags of underwear in size medium. Because if there's any people that are overweight, they won't be overweight for long. And you don't want to go small because I don't know why. Maybe maybe I won't be let in if I don't have size small because we're all going to be so thin. But clean underwear, that's going to be the cat's meow just after the apocalypse strikes. Number 8, I would be okay with impaling members of the neighboring bunker system on wooden stakes outside of our bunker system because, hey, that kind of shit's just going to happen after the apocalypse, okay? Be the first on the block to impale. Number 9, I will show you how to wash clothes in urine. I know that sounds disgusting, but the people in Pompeii did it. Worked for them. We're going to have to use old-fashioned technology if we're going to get through this together as a unit in the bunker. And number 10, if you all are a group of mutant worshipping the last doomsday bomb, I will give you my last Limerita to hang out with you. That's not even funny. But that was my favorite Planet of the Apes installment with the mutants and the Charlton Heston and the doomsday bomb. That was awesome. Now when they drove the cars, they did the attack with the car. They had the Jeep and a car. What, after 2,000 years or whatever it was, that a car and a Jeep, no matter how it was kept, even in dry storage, is not going to run. I'm telling you right now, that was fanciful. The mutants and the doomsday weapon, that I believe that part anyway. And now for the musical feature of this video. It tastes kind of medicinal. It almost tastes like licorice. That's what it tastes like. Ooh. And I just realized I don't like licorice.